Hello and welcome back to Yield Today of Dallin Candland. This is a Dallin's quick thought. We're going to be talking about tangle of memory and just understanding that and just memory in general. I'm super fascinated by it. I've been blessed with a super good memory, and lately having all these memories is just so loud. They're so loud. I just remember people's legit voices and stuff from movies. Like I'll have all this stuff come to mind as I'm doing my thing. And so I am so excited for like a whole new universe of memories once I move to Florida. And so we're just going to be talking more about this thought. And as always, I hope it is helpful for you. So like once we're like 5 or 6, I think my earliest memories are from like 5 or 6 or something like that. Maybe some from younger. Then there's some from like home videos and stuff. But we start collecting memories. Memories are so interesting because we can choose a lot of how we're going to remember something in the moment as we're doing the thing. So like Limitless by Jim Quick, this is one of the biggest takeaways I got from the book, is you can put emotion into things which will influence how you remember the thing. So I remember reading this in the book, and we were on the way to my dad's like 4th of July big Candland family thingy-mabobber, and it was super fun. It was at my uncle's house, and there was like a basketball court, and there was so much good food. Oh, I remember the food. Oh my gosh, why was the food so good? I'm so hungry. Help. Yeah, so it was so fun. But I remember like feeling a little bit of nervousness because I hadn't seen a lot of my cousins in a while, and I was getting older, and my podcast hadn't really taken off yet. It was like 2020, and it still hasn't really taken off now, but it's surely in a better spot than it was back in early 2020. And so I read this in the book, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just enjoy this. I'm gonna just take it all in, just do whatever, just like have such a good time. So that was the goal. And that was exactly what I did. I was like, okay, there's an uncle I want to talk to him. If I want to eat this food, eat it. If I want to play Smash Bros with my cousin, cool. And if I'm starting to get a little tired of said Smash Bros, then leave and play basketball, sure. And so I had this decided from the get-go. And I think there's been times I've done this before. It's like, I want to remember this really fondly. And so we're going to do that. The struggle, though, is when we have so many memories and you're becoming a new person and you just have all these memories that remind you of certain parts of yourself. And some you want to hold on to. Some you want to hold on to for dear life. Like all of the good times I've had speaking or reaching out to people. Like those tiny little beautiful memories. Those are like so sacred, and I want to hold on to those for dear life, like 100%. Then there's other ones like times I slept in at school or whatever. I have those in my journals. I don't need them to take up more space in my brain. We need like the brain is for having ideas, and I would even add like memories, but not for holding on to them. Oh, that is such a takeaway. Oh my goodness, what a takeaway. Like store your memories somewhere else. Like your brain is so precious. Like it's going to give you ideas. It's going to do all this stuff. We don't need the brain to just be a memory factory. We love memories. Memories are great. There's literally this poem I remember reading from so long ago. And it basically is like these two guys, right? And they're like, hey, they're like basically talking to God. It's kind of a metaphorical, sort of fictional story thing. They're like, hey, God, when you create memory, have it so like whenever people think and remember things, they will be so excited and so jazzed about life. They'll be like, whoa, yeah, life, woo. And they'll just be so happy all the time. And the other guy's like, hey, just like remind them of times there were these such powerful teaching moments that were so painful, and like humble pie, like stuffing them with humble pie that were so hard for them. Remember them of that so they will just make better choices. And the poem goes on, and what does God do? He gives us memory, which is the best of both worlds. We get to decide, we get to choose what we remember, right? There's obviously, we remember things more that are tied to emotion, right? We remember moments, not specific days, right? From this day, I'll probably remember a lot of different moments. One big one will be meeting Cameron, the super cool UPS guy that I met, like probably an hour or so ago now. Super nice guy. Just had a good chat. But like it really just comes down to like those emotions and the moments really that we remember. And so there is this like this tangling that happens. And I sort of think of Spider Mountain when I was back at Bounce U. And the thing about Spider Mountain, why it was like difficult for some of the kids to get up, is you have this like ground floor, then you have these like this like spider web thing is made of like these little straps, and you had to like climb up, right? But if your Spider Mountain of memory is so tangled up and it's not like evened out like it was at Spider Mountain, then you're going to get stuck. You're going to get uber stuck. And I feel like with my ADHD, and dude, sometimes this last week, my sleep has been so bad. It's been so bad. Like this morning I woke up and it was great. But like, dude, my last couple nights, it's been so rough. But when you have new memories, there's new material for the brain to work with when it comes to creating dreams and stuff like that. And I do believe that some dreams, at least for me, are like divinely inspired and such. So God has a little bit of a hand in that. And it also makes me think of the BFG where the guy literally puts dreams in the girl's head. But, you know, I think there's a lot of other things with that. Dreams are interesting. I've been reading about them a lot and why we sleep. And one of the biggest takeaways has been the whole emotion thing, like how the brain wants to stabilize itself. And so it will have these dreams with heavy emotions in them to help you to sort those out. So when you wake up, you are more able to live your life and to talk to people. And you're not thinking about this really difficult thing from a while ago, because hopefully your brain is slowly emotionally regulating itself, right? Because it needs to be able to do other things, right? The brain is such a powerful thing, but it needs help. It needs assistance. It needs brain food. Both, you know, obviously just good food like these granola bars. Granola bars that are super inexpensive. I think it was like $2.50 for 25. Hello, that's cheap. And as well as like just good thought food, like the podcasts that you listen to and stuff. Those all give you ideas on thought food and stuff. So yeah, Tangle of Memory. There's some more we could go into here, but it's just so powerful when you give yourself that gift of opening up a new gift basket, right? And you move into like I was saying, Orlando's a whole new universe of memory, like whole new universe. I opened my eyes like whole new universe because it literally is, dude. It just is. And there's been so many memories here which have been really good, but it is like this Spider Mountain kind of thing. I want to get to like the top of my peak performance, and I feel like with the current memories that I have right now, like they're great, they're fine. And I feel like over time I'll see myself with more compassion because that's generally how it goes. But I need to make new memories, new joyous moments and stuff. Like I need to make room for my kids' memories and stuff like that. That needs to happen. You know, I can't stay here any longer. Goodbye, Utah. I'm leaving you behind. So it's been fun. No hard worries. No hard worries. No hard things, Utah. No hardness. Whatever. You're still cool and chill, but really chill. But I am letting you go. So yeah, there's more I could talk about this, but this is mostly just a little bit of a deep dive into one thought that I talked about earlier in another episode. And just, I hope that it brought some perspective to you. It definitely helped with me. I think the Spider Mountain thing was the biggest thought, just like wanting to make it less tangled, right? And this goes along with other stuff. If you want to let go of stuff too. I mean, there's so many different ways to think about this. So there's that. And then the other one was the brain is for having memories, not necessarily storing them. It's cool to hold on to cool memories, but like, have journals, have other things. Like for me, this podcast is a good repository of memories. Like it can just get really heavy, dude, having all these memories. Like let it go. Not that sounds a little rough, but like writing things down is so helpful. That's what I've been doing so much of is I write in 750words.com and I'll have a link in the show notes. I want to be an affiliate for them. So if you're listening, 750 Words founder, yes, I will do it. But yeah, those are the big things. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to check out more episodes if this was helpful for you. And yeah, this is my journey. I appreciate you listening and for your support. And don't forget to heal today, and it'll be a better tomorrow.